Alright, welcome to another edition of MyGunDiary.com, and sitting in front of me is the Kimber Pro Carry II in .40 caliber that I purchased a few months ago that I've been having so many problems with. And I've fixed the problems. As you'll see in the upcoming video, I took this pistol out to the range today and had no problems with it whatsoever, so that was a really big relief, because I've been trying a variety of different things to get this pistol to work reliably and flawlessly, and today that actually happened. So I'll tell you how I fixed the problem. You'll notice on there, one of the first things is that I've changed the grips out, and I'm not going to do a video today about how to change grips on a 1911 because it's just simply too easy. But what you will need, I'll tell you what some of the tools you will need. You'll need a hex wrench, and it's you'll need a 3/32 inch hex wrench like this, and that fits just right into these screws here. You unscrew it, take the old grips off. These are the old grips that were on there. Put the new grips on. So that's just simply too easy to change those grips. But I wanted you to have a look at these new grips. I bought these on gunbroker.com. There is a seller on there that does these very cool custom acrylic grips in a variety of different designs. Because this pistol has been so problematic for me, I decided, well, this pistol has an attitude, so might as well give it some grips that match the attitude. So there you go. One of the things you'll definitely need to change the recoil spring is a toolkit for Kimbers. And I found this one on eBay for $16. And what it comes with is this recoil spring tool, which you'll see how to use here in a minute. I'll show you how to use that. But that's going to basically allow you to extract the recoil spring from the spring assembly. It comes with 4 takedown tools, which are, if you own a Kimber, you'll know what these are. These go in the recoil spring assembly to when you disassemble the pistol. I'll show you how to use. You only need 1, but it comes with 4. And then it comes with a tool here for extracting the firing pin, which you definitely will need to do that as well. I also changed the firing pin on my Kimber as well. So the first thing you'll do, I've dropped the magazine. Of course, we want to clear the weapon. First thing you want to do is rack the slide back. Use the slide catch there. Take one of your takedown tools, and you're going to put it in the hole that's in the recoil slide there, like so. Then you can slowly release the slide catch there. You're going to move it forward to that second notch, and you can push the slide release lever out. Now you can push that slide all the way forward and off. Then from here you can pull out the recoil spring assembly and the barrel. Now, to change the spring on the recoil spring assembly, you'll take this tool, slide it right over the top there, and you're going to use that to pull down and take the tension off of the tool that you used to disassemble it. So you're going to actually take that tool out of the hole. We're going to put it back in later, and slowly release that recoil spring assembly, and there you have the recoil spring. Then pull it from the base if you want to pull it off. Now I'm going to show you what the problem was, why my Kimber wasn't functioning correctly. This is the spring on the right, is the spring that came with my Kimber when I purchased it. I purchased it used, and you see how much shorter that spring is that it came with. Now I went down to my local gun shop and I asked them for a replacement spring, and they sold me one made by Wilson Combat, and it was long like this. So the first time I took it apart and I went to replace the spring, I thought that I had purchased the wrong spring, because this is the one that was on my Kimber. And so I took it back, I got my money back, and then I went and I purchased another one online. I did some research, and the one I purchased was specifically made for a Kimber Pro Carry II in .40 caliber, and it's this one on the left. And as you can see, it's also longer. And that's when I knew that the spring that was installed on my Kimber when I purchased it was the wrong spring. It's my theory that this spring here on the right that was on my Kimber is for a Kimber Ultra series, which is a 3-inch barrel. And this one here is for the 4-inch barrel. So that's the old one. So to replace it, I just took the old spring off. I put the new one on, slide it all the way down so it sits flush. Then I take the housing, put that spring right back in the housing. And this is the tough part. This takes a little bit of force here. You're going to pull that recoil spring all the way back down again, and you have to hold it tight to expose the hole where you put the tool back in, which then holds that whole assembly together. And there you go. And that's exactly how I changed the recoil spring. Now I'm not going to bother disassembling the firing pin spring mechanism here. There's other videos online that you can find if you want to disassemble it, but I'll just give you a quick explanation. There's a little button here that you can push down with your thumb, and while you're pushing that down, you're going to simultaneously take the tool and push in the spring here. And when you do that, you can slide this plate. It's going to slide down, and you're going to slide it out. And just by continuing to push this button here, that firing pin spring will come out. Now be careful because it might pop out of there. So, but basically, yeah, you take it out. The spring looks exactly like this. The firing pin is goes inside of it just like that. So what you would do is just basically take the old spring off, put the new spring on. So that's pretty easy. And so that's how you change the recoil spring on a Kimber, and that's exactly what I did to fix mine. Alright, first I'm going to shoot the 165 grain. Okay. So it's got a new spring in it. Then after that, this is the 180 grain. And then this is 180 grain jacketed hollow points. Alright, let's see if the new spring works. Gotta take the safety out. I'd say it works. The last time I took it out, I couldn't even get through a magazine without a failure. So that's 165 grain. This is 180 grain. No failures. You don't know how happy this makes me. Alright, 180 grain jacketed hollow points. Last night, all of a sudden it worked. No failures. Give it a try? Yeah. More magazines without any failures, I'll be convinced that the like double taps on this. You can do it again.
might have to do that one again in a minute. Because one of the brass went down my sleeve.
Not a single misfire, not a single failure. All right, well, the good news is, finally, at long last, I got that Kimber Pro Carry II 40 caliber working flawlessly, and it just took some time and some trial and error. But what it was that spring, the recoil spring that was in it when I bought it, because I bought it used, it looks like somebody had put in a recoil spring for a Kimber Ultra series, which is a 3-inch barrel, and it needed a longer spring for the Pro series, which is it's a 4-inch barrel. So I switched it out last night. I switched out the firing pin spring, and as you can see by the video, not a single misfeed, not a single failure to extract, no problem. So I'm very happy, and I added the new grip. So thanks for watching. That's the best Christmas present I could ask for. Stay tuned for another edition of MyGunDiary.com.